haven't played the first game, Mr. Cat. Sadly. If they were to release it... So, und jetzt Pro-Tipp. Speichern. Speichern momentan nicht möglich? Was? Wollt mich aber verarschen? So, there is a bit more to it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Am I the only one who saw this? Oh my god. Okay, yes, I have a dirty mind. But, oh my god, guys. Please tell me you saw that in that shot with Carmelita on the moon there. Ah. Come on, slide. No! No, he does it! No, he does it! Oh, okay, that was the wrong chicken. Sly Cooper on steroids! Oh, wow!
Can't sneak up on me.
Ah! Do you see that, guys? She is stuck. Now you can hear me. Okay, so, the last stream didn't happen because I had to exchange the SSD in my computer because it was kinda dead. So, I've now everything got set back up. The last thing I just did was basically I had Streamlabs everything reinstalled, and I didn't have my blue snowball here. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, there it is. Registered as my standard audio device yet. So, there we go. So, let's get into the game. As you can see, I've already logged in with my character here. I'm level 27 by now. And here's the thing. I am going to quest, but there's also something else I want to do, and that is I want to level my weapon masteries. Like sword mastery and hatchet. But also my other skills like mining and, you know. So today's stream will be a lot of grinding and farming. For the farming aspect, I think we'll actually start out with woodwork. Which, or logging as it's called here. Which goes really quick if we chop down these young trees. The reason why I chop down the young trees and not the bigger ones, because the green wood can help us level our smelting. I want to bring everything up to like 200. Oh, my company is doing something. Monarch Fort. Because the company I just joined, we are apparently holding 1 or 2 forts, and the marauders have been trying to take them from us, so far unsuccessfully. Monarch's Bluff, how far is that? It's Windsward, Everfall, Reekwater, Weaver's Fen. Ah, Monarch's Bluff, it's over here. Governed by Tickle My Pink. And it's contested right now by the Covenant, okay. The thing is, I won't be of much help, and I wanted to level my stuff today, so sorry guys. I'm also more of a PvE player. I don't really like PvP, to be quite honest with you. I'm more of a guy who goes in and kills a lot of monsters. Which is why I kind of like in this game that you have to enable PvP. Otherwise people can't kill you. Oh god, there's some mature trees. Oh no, I didn't want some. I wanted the young ones. Because as I said, the green wood we can use for smelting. Ah damn, wrong tree again. Let's take the small trees. I don't need the big ones right now. I'll need them later, but not right now. Right now it's basically just gather as much green woods and go over, make it into charcoal. You can put the charcoal basically in the storage or in the marketplace. People will buy it actually. It's remarkable. Or I could run Amrine with some people, because there's someone looking for DPS. I am a damage dealer. But yeah, I want to level my crafting shit, because in the area where I do actually have to go for my quests by now, there's stuff where I need like mining level 100 or stuff like that, and I can't mine it, and that annoys me because I want to be able to mine that stuff. So this is basically just a chill stream where I do not intend to do that much. You know? It's basically just... Hmm. Yeah, I kind of want to level up to maybe level 30 today. I don't know. I'd have to either do a lot of questing for that or grind like an idiot. So the grinding part will happen. But right now, all I want basically is leveling my shit up so I can actually farm in the area where I'm going to quest. I actually thought that I had my stuff like leveled up to a decent level. But yeah, let me actually see what level is this guy. Level 35. Okay, if he's getting fucked over there in the PvPs, then I don't stand a chance. So we are right now at level 70 logging. That will take a while. But I have all day. I have no other huge plans for the rest of the day. Do you? No? Good. Just watching me, that's nice. Oh, that's so very nice of you. And of course the boulders. For mining. And the thing is, differently from last time where I was actually like leveling my, I think it was the life staff or the ice gauntlet. I actually have now started leveling the hatchet because, oh my god, is that useful. I mean, what the bloody hell? The hatchet literally has a skill that heals. For up to 30% of your maximum health every 4 seconds. And that means it ticks 3 times. Because the skill lasts for 12 seconds. So that heals you for up to 90% of your HP. And that is amazing. I saved my butt a lot of times in this game. Also, you might see that I now have a kite shield instead of the round buckler that I had before. You know what I find kind of funny? I looked at my achievements earlier, and according to my achievements, I have the achievement Armed and Dangerous, which you get when you defeat 50 players or more single-handedly in PvP. As I said earlier, I'm not really a PvP player, you know? So, I don't know how I got that achievement. And there was one evening where I did a bit of PvP, admittingly, where I helped capture and defend 2 of our forts. But, eh. But yeah, this farming run will take a while. But I like that about New World. You can do anything, and you can still level up. It's still worth it, is what I mean. It's like, no activity is useless, you know? And in the end, you basically need all those skills to craft your shit. And I like it that you can basically take anything. That you can learn all the skills. And that's what I'm doing. get muscles on muscles. Also, like, the game rewards you for every little thing you do. It's like, yeah. It's just one of those MMOs where I'm like, yes, I can totally get behind this, and it doesn't it doesn't feel cheap, because you still have to put in the time, you know? Which I know sounds weird. But that was actually how classic WoW was. When you wanted to, like as a tank, use a shield and a sword, you had to use that shield and sword all the time. Because you would get mastery in sword and shield. Hey Nomad! No, my GPU hasn't fried yet, as you can see in the top left. Then again, by the way, I'm playing on max settings. I don't have a 3090, I have a 2080. 2080 Ti to be precise. And so far, except maybe a few frame drops here and there, I haven't had any problems with the game. And the frame drops usually only happen when I like go into a new area. But even that has been mitigated now that I have another SSD in there. The old SSD just... yeah, I had system crashes, blue screens and all that shit, and I'm like, what's happening? So I ran a diagnostic on the SSD and it came back with a lot of damaged sectors. So I was like, you know what? Let's buy a new SSD. Which I did. And now I have a NVMe SSD. With 3.6 gigabytes read and write speed. But I personally think this game, while not 100% up to par with modern graphics, it still looks amazing. Sure, there are games that look better, but here it's just completely chill, you know? I like the game. And the funny thing is, you will always find people who are like, this game is crap, you're all in denial, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, if you don't like the game, don't play it. It's as simple as that. You know, I don't understand people who just have to shit on other people's enjoyment. And a few more levels in smelting. Yeah, I must personally say I'm actually impressed with the performance of this SSD. Because, yeah, sure, it's supposed to be better, but holy shit, I didn't expect it to be this much of a difference, you know? Like, I was, for example, loading up Aliens Fireteam Elite the other day. And formerly it was always like it started to load and the window froze for a second and it started to load again. It took about 30 seconds to load into the game. Now I start loading and the circle that indicates loading doesn't go like this anymore. It goes and I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah. But I didn't get like a 1 terabyte SSD this time around. It's just a 500 gig. You know, the basics. So I can no longer install all of my games at once. Which, to be fair, wasn't possible before either, because, let's face it, if I downloaded all of my games, oh god, that would not, that would not fit on a 1 terabyte SSD. Because just Lord of the Rings Shadow of War, or Shadow of Mordor alone is, I think, 60 gigs? Well, Shadow of War, I think, is 120 gigs. Then we have, I think, 80 gigs for Cyberpunk 2077. So, yeah, my hard drive would be full very quick. Which is why right now I have only installed like 2 or 3 games. Actually, let me check real quick. How many games do I have installed? 1, 2, 3 games. And those 3 games are Aliens Fireteam Elite, New World, and They Are Billions. And They Are Billions is one of those games that I saw a streamer play, or a Let's Player play, and I liked it, and so I got it, and oh my god, is it frustrating! Like, it's a real-time strategy game, but set in a steampunk universe with a zombie apocalypse going on. I can tell you. Not easy. Not easy at all. But fun, and I will definitely play it again some more later. And I haven't played the story mode of that game yet, but I might on stream, if you guys are interested, because from what I hear, the story mode is kind of crazy. But yeah, I had to delay the stream a little bit today, also because I had to go do a quick grocery run. I needed a few things. And, you know, take a shower before everything, before I go out. And so when I finally got to it, I was like, okay, maybe you should delay for a little. Luckily the store isn't that far from here, so... But yeah, I'm just getting this green wood to make charcoal out of it, basically. So I can level my smelting and my logging. And personally, while I do like the idea of having 3 factions in this game, there's one thing that I really do not like. And that is that you cannot deactivate or activate PvP on a whim. You have to go to a city to do that, or a sanctuary. Meaning, if you are caught outside the city in a PvP mode, and you just want to quest, like the evening before, let's say you did a little bit of PvP, like happened to me, and then the next day you're like, I just want to quest a little bit, or just like now farm a little bit. You are still caught in PvP mode. I personally think that if you log out in PvP mode, you should be teleported to a sanctuary. Because what happened to me was I logged in, and the moment my character loaded in, I had like 3 people from another faction on me. Now, granted, I killed one, but... you know, like, logging in and immediately having to defend yourself isn't fun. Or at least not my idea of fun. I know there are some who wouldn't mind, but I personally, I'm like, no, sorry. I prefer to log in, be safe as I log in, and then very chill play my game. Because that's what I want to do. I want to chill. My life is stressful enough as is. But I find it interesting that you can do anything in here. You can... yeah, see, I only did that PvP Nomad because my faction, the Syndicate, was... like right now they're trying to take a fort. And I was like, huh, let's see how fort battles work in this game. And that's why I did it. That's why I went ahead and played a little bit of PvP. I must admit, it was fun while the teams were balanced. But then, like, 2 or 3 max level players from the other team came in and just wrecked our asses. So, that's where it stopped being fun. Formerly, the teams were balanced with like both teams having around, I think, 20 to 40 people. And we all ranged between level 15 to, I think, 35. But then, shortly after, like half an hour in, a few level 50s came in from the other team, and they just wrecked us. At least you don't really lose anything when you go down, which is a good thing. The only thing you lose is durability on your equipment. So that's something that I don't like. It means the durability on your equipment that I don't actually mind. What I mind is that you lose durability even on the equipment that you have in your bag. So if you have a sword in your bag but it isn't equipped, it will still lose durability when you're killed. Which in my opinion shouldn't happen. Also, other than maybe the bragging rights and eventual territory control where you get taxes for your faction, or in this case, your guild, not even your faction, your guild, I don't see a reason to capture these forts. If there was actual benefit, okay, like for the entire faction, but if it's just the guild holding the territory, then I'm like, sorry, no. Just not worth it. And the bad thing here is, if you actually repair your equipment, it will permanently use maximum durability. And so, yeah, getting your ass kicked like 20 times in a row in PvP is like... yeah. I basically had to replace almost my entire armor and shit. So yeah, I usually have PvP off. I mean, in the area where I actually would have to go to do my quests, people always have PvP on for some reason. And I felt a little bit bad when the other day I was there and was questing and the dude helping me with a quest was being attacked by a dude from another faction. And I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry, I would help you, but I have PvP off. He's like, ah, no big. But still felt bad about it, you know? Because he went out of his way to help me with a quest that I needed to progress in the story. And then this asshole just comes around and just kills him from behind, you know? He tried to kill me too, but he couldn't because I wasn't PvP flagged. However, the good thing here is you can basically repair your equipment wherever you are. You don't have to go to a blacksmith NPC or whatever, you can just do it. Like, let's see, my logging axe has a, yep, There. Let's just... repair. Costs me 9 coins. Well, 10 coins almost. And 3 repair parts. And there we go. And now my axe has almost full durability again. The only game where I really enjoyed PvP really was, well, only 2 games were World of Warcraft, but that had a story reason, you know, because Horde versus Alliance. And Overwatch. So we're almost at logging level 75. That's something. As I said, this is a chill stream. We're not doing much today. Just chilling. From time to time you need that too. So the first goal now is at least level 100 logging. Which will take a while. Hey Jesse, how are ya? Everything okay with you, my friend? Ooh, yeah. People in World Chat talking about how they're not level 50 yet. Okay, yeah, that will definitely be a little bit of a strain on your body, I assume. I personally, the other day, because I usually almost only drink Coke. The other day I ran out of Coke and had to drink sparkled water for 24 hours. Oh God, were those withdrawal symptoms bad? But what I can already see here is that loads of people will not continue playing this game. Yeah, I agree. The first 1 or 2 days of withdrawal are actually the worst. After that, it's a cakewalk. Though for me, as you know, I have been a smoker in the past. Oh God, the first few days, weeks, without cigarettes. Oh God. That was horrible. So Jesse, I actually recently acquired a game that you might like if you like zombies. It's called They Are Billions. Real-time strategy in a steampunk universe and a zombie apocalypse. Costs like $30 on Steam and GOG. I played it earlier and... oh, goodness. I didn't play the campaign yet. But just in the survival game mode, the game just kicked my ass. Logging, logging, logging. No, not the mature trees, a young tree. I should really call it an early night today. Because otherwise I know my body will hate me again tomorrow. Well, I can only recommend it, but I can tell you this. Never believe the little thingy that tells you when the next attack comes. Because it's never accurate. I mean, of course, yes, it is accurate when it comes to the zombie swarms, okay? But one fucking zombie is enough to ruin your entire operation. And sometimes a lone zombie will wander into your village. You don't have any soldiers near that position. And then he just attacks one of your buildings. And here's the problem. The buildings have a health bar and an infection bar. And the infection bar is just tiny, you know? And if that is down, all workers in that building become zombies and, you know, start attacking. And earlier I was playing the survival mode a little bit because I wanted to try it out. And I came actually relatively far. I was on day 40. And had a really good defensive parameter and stuff. And so I had my group of soldiers that I usually used as a mobile defense group. Like I still had like towers and turrets and all that set up. But I had a mobile defense group of 9 soldiers that I would have run around and kill zombies in areas where, you know, I wasn't exactly ready building my defensive parameter yet. But since it was still 3 days until the supposedly next attack, I was like, okay, there shouldn't be too many zombies coming now. So even if like 1 or 2 come, that won't be a big problem because they'll still be in range of my towers. And then it happened. One lone zombie wandered into my base and infected my stone workshop. Basically a research building. And in that were 20 workers. Meaning I now had 20 fucking zombies roaming my base. You have no idea how quickly I pulled my soldiers back from exploration and tried to, you know... I didn't make it. It didn't even take 5 minutes. My soldiers did make it back to base, and they would have managed to eliminate the zombies' threat, but the zombies infected my command center before I could kill the last one of them. And like, you have to like balance your resources the entire time. Like, you have gold, workers, wood, stone, and oil. Wood, stone, I think that's... yeah, iron. Iron you also have. And I think wood is self-explanatory. You just build a sawmill. But for all the other shit, like stone, you need a quandary, which needs a lot of workers. So you have to build more houses. Oh, believe me, it can be so annoying. Like, you have all the resources and you then notice, oh my god, I'm missing one worker to build a quandary. But you need the quandary to upgrade your houses to get more workers. So, what do? You go to a building that's currently producing, pause the production in that building so the workers get freed, build the quandary, then upgrade all of your houses. You see the problem? Oh, they're starting up crossplay on Warframe? That sounds actually quite interesting. Maybe I'll give the game another look than myself. Because my Tenno is still stuck. Can't progress in the story. The poor sucker. That would actually be pretty nice. So I can tell you one thing. Hope that they actually offer a complete transfer, because I had that with Black Desert Online. They offered like an account transfer when the company that ran Black Desert was sold to another company. And so I did the whole hoo-ha with transferring the account and everything, and then about 2 weeks ago because for a while the game didn't load up on my PC for some reason, so like 2 weeks ago I tried it again and it loaded, but guess what? All of my characters are gone. Like, my level 55 giant just gone. And I put so many hours into the game to get him to that level, you know. And when that happened, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yep, basically. Same account name. All my bank items are gone. My main character is gone. All my other characters are gone. So why should I continue playing? you know? I would have to start all over, and I don't even... Let me check, how many hours do I have in that game? There's Steam. There, Black Desert. 62 hours. So I'd have to at least spend 62 hours again to get the character up to that level. And that's not even talking about the hours and hours that I had to run around to level his carrying capacity. Because you level that up in Black Desert by carrying a heavy load back and forth. That's not counting the hours and hours I was grinding on low-level mobs to increase my weapon proficiencies. You know? I will tell you one thing, when Bungie separated from Blizzard, I also lost all of my progress in Destiny 2. I migrated my account, and it told me to create a new character when I logged in. So that was fun. Believe me, I was sitting here raging. Because at the time I had, you know, spent days and weeks farming in Destiny 2 and then just gone. And when I contacted Bungie support about it, they were like, well, sorry, but we can't do anything for you. Something went wrong during your account migration, but there's nothing we can do for you. I had decent gear, dude. I had really decent gear. And it was just all gone. I had basically played Destiny 2 ever since it was... ever since you didn't have to buy it anymore. And... yeah. All that progress lost because of corporate... decisions. And as I said, it was quite annoying to me when I then contacted customer support and they were like, yeah, we see that there's an issue, that there has been an error or an error happened during your account transfer, but there's nothing we can do for you. I'm like, great. Great. But yeah, that's why I'm I'm always careful when it comes to MMOs nowadays. I've been burned too much. Same with World of Warcraft, by the way. I hadn't played for like 6 months at some point, and I logged into my priest, which was my main character at the time, and I was like, let's go do some dungeons, because my character was really, really good in what she did, and all of the gear that she had, I had basically crafted myself. And I log in, and on the character select screen, I see my character naked. I'm like, what the actual fuck? So I log in because I think maybe I have been hacked. Maybe someone stole all of my gear, you know, and all of my gold. So, do you want to know the reason why my character was naked? Because in the 6 months I hadn't played, World of Warcraft had introduced a new policy. You can only wear a maximum of 2 crafted items. So basically all the gear that I now had in my bag was useless. And in addition to that, these absolute nut jobs had decided, hey, we are doing a big update. Let's reset every character's talents. Like, every few levels in World of Warcraft, you have to choose a talent. You know? Something like, making it so that if you cast Holy Shield on someone, they also get a speed buff for a few seconds. Or, something that would transfer you, something that would make your next spell an insta-cast or something like that. And I had carefully balanced out my skills, respec a lot, just to test out different builds. Cheers, Jesse. You know? So I had really fine-tuned that priest in hours of work. Then I log in and they have all the talents reset. I mean, of course I got the talent points back, but I didn't write down what talents I had. You know? So if I wanted to get my priest to the point where he or she was before, I would have had to do all that fine-tuning again. So I was like, no, fuck this. I started up a mage. Which I actually pretty much liked. You know? A wizard. And it was actually pretty cool. Then I had to take a break from WoW again, because of financial reasons. And 2 months later, I had the money again, so I bought myself a game time card. And when I logged in, the suckers had reset my mage's skills. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm out of here. I did actually buy Shadowlands and Battle of Azeroth, and I played them. Have a max level druid and almost max level warlock. But with Shadowlands, it was just meh. You know, you log in one day, your character is level 120, and you are literally destroying anything you are, any mobs that comes in front of your sights, because you deal like 5k damage per hit, and you log in the next day and you're suddenly level 60 and only deal like 800 damage per hit. Because they have scaled down everyone to max level 60. I'm like, what the fuck? And now let's go back to town and smelt all those, like make charcoal out of all that wood. So I, by the way, find it quite interesting in this game. If you are over encumbered, like right now I'm over encumbered. But then there's also the status effect of being encumbered. If you're encumbered, you cannot move at all. See, that's what I really hated when they did it in WoW. I was like, why do you suddenly scale my character down to level 60? I mean, I understand that you have now set the maximum level to level 60 again. But, dudes, I worked like my ass off for about half a year to get the character to max level. And you're now telling me that that was all for nothing because max level is now level 60 and level 60 can be reached in like 2 days. I'm not even kidding. It is so annoying. Took me like half a year to level this damn character to level 120. And then level 60 you can reach in like 2 or 3 days. 1 day if you have a steady group. Now let's put all of that in the marketplace. Yeah, that's something that I really hated in Perfect World. Because in Perfect World, the game was actually really good until a certain point, and that was when they released the so-called anniversary packs, basically loot boxes. Oh goodness. And then shortly after that came the so-called ranked equipment. Up to rank 8 you could get basically everything by just doing quests and farming. But even that would take you ages to farm a full rank 8 set. And then they released the rank 9 set. And rank 9 you could literally only get the items, like the resources to build it, from the cash shop. And believe me, rank 9, I had a rank 9 set. It's OP as fuck. So I actually farmed my my rank 9. I went for 6 months. Like 10 hours a day, I went farming and then sold the materials that I farmed to get enough money to buy in-game currency with my gold and then buy the items from other players that I needed to forge the rank 9 gear. And believe me, that moment when I forged it, it was so satisfying. Because suddenly 6 months of hard work had paid off. And believe me, going 10 hours a day for 6 months, every day, and running just the same dungeon over and over and over again to get like 2 items. That can drive a man insane. Which is why I like this game. Because here I can just walk around, cut down trees, and, you know, because why shouldn't I? Oh, I see my axe is almost broken again. So we're now at level 80 logging. Oh, I can tell you, I have had so many discussions with people who were like, "Hey, you just bought your equipment, da, 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 da." And I'm like, no, dude. At the time, I actually had all those runs on a YouTube channel that I don't have the password to anymore, and I don't think it even exists anymore. And I just linked them to that YouTube channel and was like, dude, if you doubt that I farmed my shit, then go to my YouTube channel and look at the videos. The server I was playing on had around 50,000 players that were active at all times, and I was ranked among the top 10 on that server. But yeah. I also know the feeling of farming from rare enemies in dungeons. There was this one boss, his name was Belial in Perfect World. And he had a 0.1% chance to drop a red material. Oh my god, did we do a lot of runs of that dungeon. And take into account, one run of that dungeon took around 6 hours. So yeah, and that red material was needed to craft quite a few high-level equipment pieces. Oh god, did we farm that fucking dungeon to death. At one point my weapon broke when we were at a boss because it was just, like, I think the third run of the day. The problem is, Jesse, in Perfect World, Belial, he was the last boss of the last farming dungeon. At the time, I mean, they put in other farming dungeons after that, but at the time he was the last boss in the last farming dungeon, and you had to clear the entire dungeon for him to even spawn. If somewhere there was one mob left standing, he didn't spawn. You would get into his boss chamber, then get a message and be where it was like, Belial laughs, ha ha ha, mortals, you have failed my challenge. You are not worthy to fight to challenge me, the great Belial. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That happened to us twice. Like, imagine you get to a you get to that last boss room, and it turns out that it didn't spawn, and you basically failed to spawn him just because somewhere at the beginning of the fucking dungeon, one mob is still alive. It is so frustrating. And just saying, yeah, pulls out flamethrower, basically, yeah. The way we did it afterwards, like after that happened to us the first time, we would send our tank in, and the tank would run, like the dungeons were made so that usually outside of the dungeon, the mobs had a range in which they would chase you. Inside the dungeon, they chase you indefinitely. Unless you leave the section of the dungeon that they're a part of. So we would send our tank into a section while setting up continuous AoE attacks near the door of the place, and the tank would just, you know, gather all the mobs and pull them into the AoEs. It reduced our time from 6 to 5 hours. Not much, but, you know, at least something. And holy shit, we, like, it only happened once after that, and that was, however, not quite our fault, because when we did this AoE thing, one mob still ran away afterwards and we didn't notice. So... the biggest problem with the runs in TT33, that was a short name for Twilight Temple Instance 33. The biggest problem for us was that every run didn't only take hours and hours, it was also expensive as fuck. Because just to do this, you had to get HP and MP charms for your character for healing. You had to get normal healing potions. You had to repair your armor and weapons. You had to get weapon and armor charms so that you could do certain kinds of elemental damage to maximize your damage output and your resistances on your armor, because otherwise you would get fucked to hell. So every single run cost like every member of the party around 2 million to 5 million coins. Like in-game coins. And it was just frustrating when a run then failed. Because somewhere there was one damn little fucking goblin standing in a corner cackling. Was really annoying. And heartbreaking. Like, you finally reach his boss chamber. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Mortals, you have failed my challenge. You are not worthy to fight me. Every failed run was a net minus of roughly 12 to 15 million. In total. And that's really heartbreaking, I can tell you. Especially if you take into consideration that every mob you killed only gave you a maximum of 500 coins. And quest rewards very rarely exceeded like 5 or 6,000. So, yeah. And the guild I was in was actually, we were the only ones on the entire fucking server who could do that run. Which is why when we sold those materials, we made a good amount of money. Because everyone, when they reached higher level, wanted these items, you know. Oh, you would, like, if you failed it, no, you wouldn't make it back. But if you succeeded, then every run would bring us around 500 million. Which would then be split up between the 6 party members, with the tank getting a little bit more money because he had to deal with more repairs. For, by the way, with runs that long, he had to have 2 armor sets and 2 weapon sets in reserve, so a total of 3 in his inventory. So the tanks got a little bit more money, so, you know, they could be compensated. Healers, they didn't get more money, but our guild had this policy, like tanks and healers get their healing items and mana items paid for by the guild bank. Like, you would go into our TeamSpeak, send the guild leader a screenshot of the current healing items you have, and then afterwards you would do the same, and you would get the difference back so that you don't lose anything. And our guild bank was always full because of all the dungeon runs we did. So yeah, the guild that I was in at the time, we were a really fair bunch. Problem was simply that the guild leader, eventually he got divorced. And then there was a bit of trouble for him financially. I mean, it was a free-to-play game, but still, you know. So he had to take on an extra job, and he didn't have the time to play anymore. And before he basically left the game forever, he never transferred leadership of the guild. So yep, I was in that guild for 3 years. And by that time we had accumulated quite a fortune. Sadly, we couldn't even take it with us because when we founded a new guild, because the only one who had access to the guild bank was a guild leader. And just to put this into perspective, even if we had completely disbanded after that, with the fortune we had to that point already accumulated, I wouldn't have had to do those 6 months of farming just to get my rank 9 equipment. Just with my cut of the faction fortune, I would have been able to pay for at least 2 sets. Okay, Jesse, have fun. And have a good one. I ate before I started the stream, actually. And that really hits the spot, I can tell ya. All this logging. Kind of a drag, but it's also very relaxing. I find this, like, it's just cool that I can just relax and, you know, level something else in my combat skills. only 16 more levels, and we will have level 100 logging. But I think I'll only go to level 85 for now and then do something else. Because it is getting a little bit boring, to be quite honest with you. I just hope that you guys can still enjoy this little lethargic, chill experience here and listen to me talk. I personally think so too. You know, there's no pressure. All I want to do is level up my skills. Next one, I think, after reaching 85 with logging, will be my hatchet skill. Because that's like one of my new favorite weapons. So I must admit, my hatchet is also kind of cool. I just love it. You know, I could play more exhilarating games, more action-bound games, but why should I? I have a heart disease, and why should I just stress myself out, you know? My times of playing competitive are over. Random fact about me. I actually, though it's a traditional dish in Germany, do not like sauerkraut with Eisbein. I prefer sauerkraut with a sausage. Also, and this one is a freebie, I repeated 5th grade. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about putting in some new rewards, like getting a subscription or stuff. Level 92 in smelting. That's actually going relatively well. Let's put that stuff away. You know what? Let's do some faction quests here. Just to...
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
Search chests for Syndicate Satchel at 700 meters, 500 meters, 900 meters. Okay, it's over there. I guess I'll do that and then do the other two. Oh, wait. Does that... Yep, I have to cross that bridge again. That shall be interesting, now that I'm a higher level. Because last time I had to cross it, I think I was level 22 or something like that. And even then I managed to fight my way through there relatively easily. Ah, it's Warden Lynx. Ah. Oh, but there are already people fighting their way over here, so... I remember the first time I had to cross this bridge was at around level 15, and I got my ass kicked. If I was PvP Fleck right now, I would so kill that guy. Sad thing is that when I'm wearing my hatchet, I cannot use my shield for some reason. The only combination you can use a shield in is a sword. Which kinda sucks, because a hatchet is also a one-handed weapon. So wouldn't it stand to reason to use a, you know, to use a shield? Okay, where... Should be over there, where the Warden Links spawn. I also remember the first time I actually killed one of those skeletons. Oh my goodness. Was like level, I think, 12? When I did, and I was so proud of myself, and then saw that I barely got any XP from it. There you see Berserker is actually healing me. And it increases my movement speed. So, yeah. Hatchet is my new favorite weapon, basically. So, with Sword and Shield, the sword I found in a dungeon, and holy crap is it useful. Like when I want to tank, because it creates 200% more threat. Also, the hatchet I'm currently using has lifesteal on it. Which is also very useful. You know, get like around 1% of the damage I deal back as health. Come on. Yeah, we have the second Warden Lynx. With corn dogs. I have actually never had a corn dog in my life. Not that I know, at least. I've also never had tacos. So I might have myself a slice of toast later. Because, you know, why not? Oh, there's a corruption thingy here. Somewhere. Where is it? There it is. I have an Azor Staff tier 1. Don't I? Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Don't think I can do that solo. Yeah, but you know, it's one of those meals that I would like to try at some point in my life. I was already a bit put out when I was in America and I didn't get to try tacos. Even though there was a taco stand right down the street. But the people I was with at the time were like, I shouldn't try the tacos. And I'm like, why? I want to try tacos. Nowadays, I would just walk up to the taco stand and be like, one taco, please. And I would really, really like to try one at some point. Simply because I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess? Well, the thing is, I was with my Zen girlfriend, and she was like, "Nah, don't do that. If you really want to try tacos, we'll find you a Taco Bell," and that never happened. Well, I have that every time I eat chili, so wouldn't be something new for me. It's also something I like here. You can basically climb almost any cliff. Okay. That bad, huh? But don't forget that in the movie Demolition Man, Taco Bell won the franchise wars. And every restaurant has become Taco Bell. It's just kind of interesting to think about. I would seriously be honored if you made me a taco. Okay. Well, all I can say is, if you come over here, we'll go and have Döner. Believe me, Döner is, like, if you have had Döner in Germany, that is the thing, you need German Döner. Because I have had Döner in, actually, Turkey, and it wasn't as good as the Döner here. Even our Turkish tour guide back then told us the best Döner you can get in Berlin. Yeah, the whole thing about he doesn't know how to use the 3 shells. And then he just starts insulting people and gets his toilet paper. The thing is, Midnight actually tried Döner in Ireland, or Northern Ireland, and due to the laws of how food has to be prepared there, instead of like thinly cut strips of meat, it's like chunks of meat. So, yeah, not as good as what we have here. The whole idea is that you have finely cut strips of meat in a bun with salad and sauce. And I can tell you, it's just amazing because it's basically one of those dishes where it's different for every person because you switch up the sauces and the salads that you want. Not everyone will want to have the same, you know? Not everyone's taste is the same. So one person might have a Döner with just lettuce in it. The other one might have different sauces and all that. It's now I kind of want a Döner. I don't know if you could tell, but it's one of my favorite dishes. And with both of my foreign girlfriends that I've had so far, both of them insisted on getting Döner the moment they were here. Last time, Midnight even asked me if I could bring her one to the airport when I picked her up. And I'm like, love, from the place where we usually buy? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, love, it is a 4-hour drive to the airport. By the time I get there, the bread will be soggy and the meat will be cold. But yeah. The interesting thing is, Döner was also the reason why I started liking sheep cheese. Feta cheese, you know? I never liked it before. I thought the idea repulsing. And then I had it with a Döner and I was like, I need this. Yeah, instead I actually went ahead and cooked something for her. Like I made her a schnitzel with a nice sauce and some potatoes. And brought that with me. In a container where the food would at least be, you know, lukewarm when I got there. And she loved it. She basically devoured it on the on a bench outside. And Nomad, I must agree, grilled feta cheese is amazing. But you want to know what's even better? In my personal opinion. Is baked feta cheese in Metaxa sauce. And that's served with fries and garlic mayo. And if you want to go all fancy, then a nice sweet red wine with that. There are just some, you know, some fast food dishes that sometimes I crave them, you know? Like fries. Really good fries. With some garlic mayo. Then again, I'm a sucker for almost anything garlic. Oh, what wine would that be? One second. Watermelon wine? Actually, I have one wine that you can't technically classify as wine because it's just some alcohol with some flavoring in it. But it's supposedly an Asian thing. It's plum wine. Oof. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound very nice. At all. Okay, Hatchet Mastery next level. Okay, that... Come on. A skill called Social Distancing? I find it interesting that these mobs still give me decent XP for my weapon mastery. Like 31? That's not bad. Which basically means I could just stay up here and, you know, I could just stay up here, kill these guys and level up my weapons. I mean, as you can see, they die relatively quick from my axe strikes. That guy just tried to kill me! Luckily, I have PvP turned off. Otherwise, it would have been a very one-sided battle. Yep, we clearly play video games to be reminded of social distancing. I have to search chests up here, okay? So where are there... Where would I be if I was a chest? But yeah, that's also one thing, Jesse, that I think a lot of people don't understand. That video games are a form of escapism. Sadly, they don't understand that. Oh, I just got 7 melons. Weren't we just talking about melons? So I like another kind of melon better. Ooh, I did not expect there to be a stockpile over here, but I thought like, this ledge looks like it's, like I could walk on it, so let's have a look. Okay, that was worth it. With Kinect? No. No, 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 no. Don't play any games with the Kinect. The Kinect was evil. Wow. No. Oh, there's a chest there. Good. Phew. True, I must say. Have you ever tried the PSP camera? That was even worse. I had one. Got it for my birthday back in the day. And I loved the... Seriously, I loved the PSP. In my opinion, aside from the Switch, still the best portable console there was. With the PSP camera, you could do like video chat and like over Skype. The PSP actually had a Skype app. And you could take pictures, you could record videos. But all in early 2000s webcam quality. And some games actually required that camera. Right now, none comes to mind, but that was because mostly I used mine for Skype. Because it also acted as a microphone. It was much better than the built-in one in the PSP. That much I must say. As much shit as I give that camera, the microphone that was built into it was much better than the one that was built into the PSP console itself. So, maybe it wasn't a complete loss. And it wasn't actually that expensive, to be honest. I remember the PS2 camera selling for, what was it, 100? 120 bucks when it came out? And the PSP camera was only 50. But yeah. Back in the day, like, I bought my PSP with my first money as a nurse. And then I saw this camera, but I couldn't afford it. Because I was only an intern, basically, a nurse intern at the time. And, yeah. And I one day talked to my dad about it, and he was like, well, your birthday's coming up. And I'm like, you're not seriously thinking of buying me that, are you? He's like, yep, here. Have $50, go buy it for yourself. And I'm like, nice. Hello there, love. Boo to you too. How are you? These skeletons. Always trying to kill me. Oh, his school blazer? What's wrong with it? Okay, let's see. I have to get there, so... Ah, come on, you little fucker! Boops the wolf. Okay, those were quite a lot of enemies at once, and I didn't die. You have started the booping wars of 2021. Okay, even with the hatchet I can... Pulled pork sandwiches? I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever had one. So, I was actually thinking about buying one the other day. Well, here's the thing. There's only like 2 places here that sell them. So I don't have that much of a, you know, that much of choice. My dad tried to make pulled pork, and oh god, I did not enjoy that experience. He drowned it in teriyaki sauce. Literally drowned it. So, but now that our dear Midnight is here, she can vouch for how good Döner is. Isn't that right, sweetie? Here's the thing, I like teriyaki sauce, but there is something like too much of a good thing, you know? Well, if they ever come over here, love, I'll be happy to treat them to dinner. It's my treat. Yeah, almost, because I picked it up with my fork, like the meat, and it was dripping sauce. Also, my dad recently was like, he knows that I like ribs. I really like ribs. And so the other day, he brought me a rib that he had prepared for me, especially. I mean, the thought is very sweet of him, that he knows what I like and, you know, but I like spare ribs, meaning the ones where there's barely any fat on it, and they are thin. My dad brought me a thick rib, which is very fatty and very thick. It was basically to the point where he also, by the way, drowned that poor rib in sauce, and it was not baked in the oven. It was more like cooked in the sauce. So I was like, nope, dude, nope. Just so much nope. And this place, look at the name of this place. This is so a play on Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Tallow. Yep, stewed versus actually baked. So I actually put off eating it for 2 or 3 days because it didn't even look appetizing to me. And then I ate it, or at least part of it, and I was like, Dad, no. Because he kept like calling me almost every day. It's like, have you tried it? Have you tried it? And I'm like, and I was honest. I was like, look, this isn't the kind of rib I like. And he was really, really disappointed. But what was I supposed to do? If I lie to him and tell him that I liked it, then he'll make more. I know him. And then it'll just be a waste of money, because now that I know that I don't like it, I won't eat it. You know? And this rib was really expensive, so... And he doesn't get a lot of retirement money, so... That is also why, even though I might not have a lot of money right now, but when he was over the other day for pizza, he was like, what do I owe you? And I'm like, dude, keep it. Because I know, right now with my sick pay, I don't get a lot of money. But he, with his retirement, he gets even less. And I'm like, yeah, come on, food's on me. I try to be love. He deserves it. I mean, sure, my dad did a lot of stuff that wasn't good in the slightest. However, nowadays he's so sweet. And I'm like, I just want to be nice to him, you know? I'm going out of my way for that, and I think that's not just because I'm, you know, it's what I'm supposed to do, but because I want to, if that makes sense. I'm not doing this for him because I know as a son I'm technically supposed to, but because I want to. So where is this actually leading me? There's no marker on the map. Now the problem is, Jesse, that my dad likes to experiment. And he is becoming more and more like his dad in that regard. And actually gets offended if you don't like his experiments. Because he likes them and is like, why wouldn't you? You know? Well, I can give you an example there when it comes to my dad. He, I must say, I adore his carrot stew, and he knows that. It's like one of my favorite dishes, and You better not get between me and my carrot stew. Okay? Just saying. And he had the genius idea to put sliced bell pepper in there. Generally not a bad idea because, you know, veggies and all that. There was one problem though. Well, two problems. Number one, the bell pepper gave the whole thing, when stewed, a slight stale taste. Which in itself wasn't nice, but because I was hungry at the time, I, you know, masked it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I was fine. And, well, let's just say my stomach didn't quite like it. Because the next day I was on my way to nursing school, and when I went onto the motorway, I was already feeling a bit queasy. And then I arrived at school, I was sweating bullets, no shit. And when I arrived in the classroom, the only thing I was able to do was throw down my backpack, run to the bathroom, and projectile vomit. And I then told him that. I was like, look, it had that effect on me. I'm not gonna eat more of it. And he called me crazy. Was like, that can't be because of the carrot stew. Must have eaten something else that was bad. But fair enough. Sometimes happens to me. But at that point in my life, I hadn't vomited in years. And, so I was like, okay, I will make the test. By the way, my teacher then sent me home. Like, she saw me coming out of the bathroom sweating and white as a sheet. And she was like, you're going home. She didn't even ask, how are you feeling? She's just like, you're going home. And so I did the test. I took a bit of the stew and just ate like 2 or 3 spoons of it. And wouldn't you know it, roughly 24 hours later, I was once again projectile vomiting. That is how I know that I cannot take stewed bell pepper. But I mean real projectile. It was coming out in a stream. Like with pressure. Normal ones are fine. Like, if I eat them raw or on bread or whatever, I actually love bell peppers. Like, I have this hummus that I make. There are bell peppers in there. No problem. But if I stew them... and another dish that I actually really love has cooked bell peppers in it. Absolutely no problem.
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow
But, you know, as soon as they are stewed... Nope. My body does not like that.
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
Huh?
greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
That quest. Follow the footprints on the southern road. It leads me here. And then talk to Sylvia Oaks. But right now it says follow the footprints on the southern road. Which leads me right to the faction dude. Or woman.
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
I can buy a lot of stuff here, but... Yeah, we will behave. No problem. Will we not, guys? Almost level 100 smelting. No, wait. I need... This is a... Yeah. I need an iron ingot to make it. But I need iron ingots for something else. Yeah, no promises. Especially later on. Sweetie, get your ass ready. And then we'll see if we behave. Okay, leatherworking 80s. That's good. Sell
Yes, kom daar binnen. Hey.
Oh wow, I just put one silver ingot in. I wanted to place all of them. Let's see, what does... Oh, leather sells relatively good. Hmm. Now I will need the cross weave. Ah, yeah, I can put the weapons and stuff in that I also found. I haven't... Let's see if they would sell for profit, otherwise I'll just dismantle them. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't really sell with a profit, so let's just dismantle this shit. That might catch a good price. But let's see. No, not the Skinner's hat. Is that bound on pickup? Yep, bound on pickup, so... Salvage. And now let's put the excess stuff into... Recipe? Increase constitution by 12 and intelligence by 8 for 30 minutes. Let's read it! Okay. Let's store all of this shit. Now let's go to the kitchen and have a look what we can cook. Yep, food. There's actually not much we can make. Roasted potatoes we can make. It is interesting that for a lot of these I need seasoning blends. Ah, and that's what... Ah, that's how you get oil, and you need nuts for that. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Yeah, but I don't quite get the... Also, what? Let me check that real quick. What? Syndicate Advancement Chronicler. Level 30... Ah, it's the level 35 quest. I was like, huh?
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect.
You know what? I'll
fellow
scrap
scholar.
this quest. With the footprints, because it just leads me here.
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
So basically we're doing almost exactly the same as we were doing before. Ah, but the boars are up there. So the best if I leave here, go up that slope, and then... Okay. But the thing is, you have to find all these herbs and shit to craft seasonal blends. Seasoning blends. I mean, you can do that, and I know a few areas where there's a lot of herbs. But, to be able to really get good stuff out of them, I need star metal tools. Which I cannot craft yet. Because I cannot farm star metal yet. Well, technically you can, sweetie. Technically you can have food without seasoning. It's just bland then. So while I'm here, let's get some corn. It's really cool that you have to get the ingredients, but in some cases I think they went a little bit overboard. And while we're at it, let's get some hemp. Because, you know, since we have to pass through here anyway to get to our quest area. But I really, like, there's so much stuff you can do in this game. You can certainly never do everything, I guess, but I just enjoy chilling in this game. Because sure, I could go stress out and try to max out my character and everything, but no, I like just walking around, doing a quest here and there, you know? Gathering some stuff, leveling up my skills. I just see one problem right now. But that's not with the game. That's with me. My thumb is starting to not obey me and twitch. I see a slight issue with that. Yeah, love, I have to agree. It is very relaxing. And I know there are people shitting on this game because there's quote-unquote not much going on. But I'm like, guys, you kind of missed the point of the game. And if you want action, I think I've sufficiently demonstrated that you can have action. I just don't want action right now. I want to relax, I want to chill. Oh, someone reached level 50 there. In our company. Let's congratulate him. Shall I congratulate them from you guys as well? And Muscle GZ appreciates it. And this place might actually be one I might come back to even if I don't have the quest, because these guys drop strong healing potions. Which are always useful to have. Okay, now I have to search chests up here, okay. But I must say, I just like the battle system in this game. I know there have been people who have been shitting on it, like seriously. You should have seen World Chat last night. It was like 2 or 3 people just being like, if you play this game, you're gay. This game sucks. And then I was like, oh, so first of all, you say being gay is a bad thing. Second of all, welcome to the family, dude. Let's see, I have to find chests. But yeah, now that I have the Berserker skill, I can heal myself, and that is really useful. Has a bit of a cooldown, admittedly. But, I mean, come on. Healing yourself is always useful. Oh, what do we have here? Gunner's Ladder. Alistair? That name rings a bell. The ritual. Okay, so there's someone needing help with something. I'm pretty sure that I killed the mob he needs before, but I don't remember where it is. So... Ah. By Amrine Temple. I'll go help that person. I find that teleportation process looks so slow and painful. Amrine Temple. Okay. So, these idiots are in a PvP-enabled group. Okay. Of course, why can't I see them on the... That's something I don't like. It's like the map is a bit confusing. So, is there a settlement I can fast travel to? Yes. Should be, yep, that direction over there. Let's hope I don't get killed while going over there. Also, where is he? Okay, that would have been smarter. No, loves. This is way slower than beaming. Looks way slower. So basically as if you're being taken apart bit by bit. Ah, my damn thumb is twitching. Okay. Okay. Now let's... Oh, sword and shield level up. That's nice. Okay, let's get that chest while I'm here, you know. Okay, no. Come on. Okay, now let's run like the chicken I am back to the next town. To the next settlement. And deactivate this damn PvP mode. Because why the hell is a level 25 running around in PvP mode? And why the hell is a level 52 doing PvP hunting in a level 20 area? I hate it when people do that. Because, let's face it, they will in this area not encounter people that are their level. Meaning, they're just hunting lowbies, like me. But he didn't kill me. I ran too quickly. And I'm not ashamed to say that I ran away from him. Ja, da ist er. Da bin ich, Benny. Was geht? Boah. Ich bin ein bisschen müde, aber ansonsten alles gut. And now I'm going back to my quest area. Ah, ich bin jetzt auch noch Level 27. Heute ist einfach nur Chillen angesagt. Ich mache heute nicht viel. Hab vorhin bestimmt 2 Stunden nur Holz gehackt. Oh ja, ein Mastery Point. Hm. Congratulations! Ich habe gestern und heute nicht viel gemacht, sage ich dir ganz ehrlich. Ich bin eigentlich nur am Chillen zurzeit. Werde vielleicht nachher noch ein bisschen leveln, aber ich möchte gerade erstmal meine Waffenskills hochziehen. And while I'm in this area, I can do that number 3 quest with hunt 3 onyx boars and skin them for premium meat. But yeah, I just like to chill in this game for the most part. And see, these three guys are now... They are basically a PvP group, you see that. They're hunting people. I'm not much into the PvP aspect of this game. Not at all. But there we have Onyx Boars. There's another one over there, I think. Let's see. Yes, there is. One more premium meat. You know, if I could progress in the story without joining one of the factions, I would have. Because I like the PvE aspect of this game. PvP, not so much. Not really my thing. I think I'll actually have to stop soon because my hand is really twitching badly. Which is a shame. Because I want to play more. But with my hand twitching like that, I don't think I can. And it has never done this before, so... I'm unsure right now. Don't be worried, sweetie. It'll likely be nothing. Maybe I've just overtaxed that hand today. Now let's finish these quests, shall we? Just a pink mushroom. Interesting. Okay, that's the wrong path. I have to take this path. Also, there are no mounts in this game, meaning everything is done per pedis, meaning by foot. Or on foot. I need way more ore. Oh, two gemstones. That's actually good. Sadly, iron veins are relatively rare. Spooky, spooky graveyard. Spooky, spooky skeleton. Come on. Let's see, can I... No, I cannot loot that chest again, so I need another one. It's so sad to see all of these villages. As you can see, they are in perfect condition, but they've been overrun by the undead. And the wildlife. Clearly. So, send in a battalion of soldiers in here and clean the place out. You know. Then you have a perfectly good town. There may be a chest in here. I just need 2 more chests. Ah, wolf. Okay, 1 more chest. Ooh, I blocked there in the nick of time, didn't I? Come on, please tell me that there's a chest in here. Yes! So many wolf hides. Okay, now defeat Mate Klaus at Sleepy Tallow. Come on, Klaus, just die. And there we go. Another chain of quests done. But there's one thing in this game that I really admire. Because it killed me so much when I was playing WoW. And that is that there's barely any fall damage compared on how far you can fall. You wouldn't believe how often I died because I fell down a cliff or whatever in World of Warcraft. Attached? Ah, so you sewed yourself to the shirt, okay? Ooh, blight moth dust. Yeah, these guys just jumping out of the ground doesn't look creepy at all. I'll admit that that has actually never happened to me, sweetie. Not that I remember, at least.
I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect. I greet you in wisdom and mutual respect, fellow scholar.
Let's see what kind of rewards we can actually get here. Oh, I've got 2 territory upgrade points. Yeah, that stuff I can basically salvage because it's just tier 2. No problem, sweetie. No problem. There's actually quite a lot of stuff that I came back with here. And more iron ingots, please. No steel ingots, because I wanna... Let's see. Yes, you can, sweetie. Yes, you can. Eat the whole thing. Let's level our weaponsmithing a little bit. Achievement unlocked. Accidentally craft a named rapier? Okay. Because I want to craft myself better weapons in the future. That's why I need a higher level in weaponsmithing. Let's see, does that actually fetch a good price? If not, I'll just... Oh, well. Let's see if I can actually sell those. Doubt it, but... Nah, minimum profit, but... Minimum profit is better than non-profit, I guess. But there's one thing that I will need, and that is Fey Iron. And I'm pretty sure I can't... I'm pretty sure I don't have any. Now let's see. Star metal ingots, 95 gold per piece. Hmm. Oh, there is 7 Fey Iron available. I will buy 4. And for... Oh my god. Okay, 3 timber, 4 silver ingot. There's an iron ingot and the silver I can get, and the timber as well. That's not the problem. Nah. I'll put the Fey Iron I just bought into my storage. Then I'll have to farm a little bit more. Oh god, look at all those resources I have. It's insane. Anyhow, guys. That'll be it for me today. See who's online. Well, I guess there's only one choice. I will send you over to Loopy Arts, who is right now playing Phasmophobia. She is a relatively good ghost hunter. And I hope you enjoy your time over there and that you enjoyed your time over here. Also, tell her that I said hi, okay?
How does he want us to confirm?